My name is Charlie Keller Golden. I am a sophomore at Penn State York, and I'm studying cybersecurity with a minor in business.
I look at the students, and again, you are a student. The goal is to get you through graduation, but you are a whole person.
What is it that drives you?
The student success. Like, this just isn't Charlie the student to me. This is Charlie the person.
I'm Sherry McConnell. I'm the education coordinator for the Child Maltreatment Solutions Network and coach of the Fostering Alliance program.
You know, for most kids inside this program, especially me, this is do or die. We don't have anybody else to count on. Whenever I was 2, my mother passed away inside of a car crash. And then I was living with my grandmother. And then in 2019, my grandmother passed away. And then 2 months later, my father passed away. A big mentality and stereotype is kids coming out of foster care, they're like, oh, they're 18. Like, they're fine now. Like, no, we're not fine. Most of these kids don't have a support program. Like, Sherry is the support program.
My dad, from when I was little, it was always, Sherry Lynn, whatever you believe in, fight for that. You stand up for those who can't stand up for themselves. The Fostering Alliance program is a support mentor program for students who have been in foster care, and now they're here at Penn State. What I would say most about the students who I work with, they're very resilient. They are fighters. They want better for themselves. That's one of the biggest things. And I praise every single one of them. I tell them how proud I am of them because they are beating the odds. Yes, the goal of this program is to take this student and get them to graduation, but that student is also a person with health needs, mental health needs, personal needs. I've had students who don't have a birth certificate, they don't have a social security card, they don't have a state ID.
I have toothbrushes, toothpaste, shaving cream, razors, all kinds of things that students can come to me or shoot me an email and say, hey, I need these things. We have single moms in the program, so I've been able to help get them summer daycare for their kids so that they could stay on track and continue their education. But what I really try hard is this relationship building.
Someone coming from like underprivileged background, you know, one thing that I didn't hear a lot was maybe like a happy birthday, happy holidays. You know, every single holiday, Sherry always reaches out with a text message. That's something that a lot of people take for granted, and that means the world to some kids. That's huge, for sure.
In the fall of 2020, the Fostering Independence Through Education Act came out. So we were ahead of that because the program started in the fall of 18. We already had things in place. A lot of places are more focused on financial aid. I pride myself in looking at the student as very holistic, like I said earlier. Yes, grades are important, getting them to graduation that way, but
the goal is for them to go out and have a life and have a family. I have been fortunate to be put in this position to have this impact in the lives of these students.
I think of the Fostering Alliance program, I really think of Sherry, and this program that she has built up from the ground means so much. It makes me so much less scared, and it really enables me to do the best that I can to the best of my ability.
I think what's next is to look at what research can be done around the program to potentially get some more funding. So looking at success rates, looking at what made them successful. Let's make Penn State be the place that people go to whenever they say, hey, we want to start a program.
A lot of people look at kids inside my situation like, oh, like he's underprivileged. I am underprivileged, but I'm going to use this underprivilege to make myself stronger and better and become someone great.